Good morning, Tehmina Khan here. This is a video in continuation of the previous video in which I was explaining the challenging question of the past paper from CAIE A-Level Mathematics, Pure P3. So now I will continue with the challenging question. Before that, you can see this is the blog address of my blog where I have put up the link of all my videos. Okay, so in my previous video, I have explained two questions from the past paper. Now this is the third one, and I'll try to explain three questions in this video. So let's see. In this question, you have to sketch on Argand diagram the shaded region which satisfy these two loci. And after that, you have to find the maximum value of argument of z. Means, I'll explain it, but it means the maximum value of theta, which is from origin, because nothing is here. So it is argument of z minus 0 basically. So we'll go into detail later. So let's see the part 1 first. How to draw this diagram and how to shade it. We need to understand the meaning of these two loci first. Okay, so if you remember, in the previous videos we have seen when loci is written like this, z minus z1 equals to r, it means we are talking about a circle which has a center at z1 and radius r. And we are talking about in this form, it means it is a loci perpendicular bisector of a line joining z1 and z2. So these are the two forms given in the question, and we will draw their diagrams, Argand diagram, separately, and later we will join them in one diagram. Okay, so the question is z minus 2 minus iota less than equals to 1. So let's draw it first. Okay, now if you see here, this is not in the standard form. Anyone can make mistake of picking up point minus 2 minus iota. Of course not. You will first of all change it into this form. So your fixed point is 2 plus iota, which is your center of the circle, which I have marked here. And 1 is your radius. So if I see at 2, 1, it is my center. So 1 unit here, 1 unit here, 1 unit here, 1 unit here. So I'll mark 4 points and I will draw a circle. Because question is saying less than equals to 1, that's why I'm shading in a region. And I am keeping this line solid. It means point can be on the boundary. If equals to sign was not here, I would have put dotted line on the boundary. So this is my one locus. Let's see the second one. This one was the second one. And we know that it will be a perpendicular bisector. So first of all, we have to mark these 2 points. So let's write them down in the general form. There is no real number, real part of the complex number. There is no imaginary part. So when I will change it into bracket, it will be 0 plus iota. Minus plus is minus, simple factorization sort of concept. And from here I will get 2 plus 0 iota. So I got my 2 points. I'm marking those 2 points, joining a straight line and then drawing a perpendicular bisector. Now the symbol is less than equals to. Less than equals to in this case mean the distance of your area, because z is now just a point, it is an area. Whenever we use inequality symbol, we are talking about particular region. So the distance of this region from this point is less compared to the distance of the region from this point. So it means I'm away from this point, right? So that's why I'm shading this side. Because if I will be on this side, I will be closer to this point and I will be away from this point. So I know that this locus mean shading this side and this locus mean shading inside the circle. So let's join both of them in a single diagram. So here is a diagram. Same diagram, you see circle, you see the 2 points, and you see the perpendicular bisector. So because it was inside the circle and it was this side of the perpendicular bisector, so only this is the region we are talking about in part 1. So you will shade it. Now, part 2 of the question was asking find the maximum value of argument of z. Now we know argument of z is for some theta, the angle which is made from a fixed point. In this case, there is no fixed point. It means it is origin. Argument of z minus 0. So, if I look at the question, this means at 0, I will draw a horizontal line which is already drawn here, which is my real axis. And what angle this will make with the shaded region. Now, if I see here, it is here, it is here, it is here. So, the line which is made at tangent to the circle will make a biggest theta. So, this is what I have to find out. Now, what information do we have at the moment and how can we use it to find this angle? I don't know this length. I don't know this angle. So what I will look at before showing you the solution, let's have a discussion here, little brainstorming. I know this point, right? 2, 1. So I know this length. This length is 1 and this length is 2. So if I draw this triangle, so do you think you can find out this angle easily? Using which trigonometric ratio? Tan, of course. To tan theta, this over this will give you this angle. But we do not have to find this. We have to find this one. Now, if you remember the circle properties, where we studied that the external point making two tangents on the circle basically bisect this angle if the line joining the point to the center of the circle. So those who remember the circle properties, they know that this angle and this angle will be equal because of the circle property. So once I'll find out this angle, I'll just double it to get it. So let's see the working here. So I'm just drawing this triangle separately here to explain to you. And theta is 26.565. And don't forget to keep the mode in radian. Okay, so after this, I will double it to get this angle, which is 0.927 radian. Okay. So with this, the explanation of this question ends, and now we will see the next question. You may think, when I'm talking about radian, why did I write myself in degree? So actually that time when I was calculating, the mode of the calculator was degree. So that's why I changed it later into radian. Okay, so let's see another question. Sketch an Argand diagram showing the region R consisting of point representing by this complex number. Now can you recall something? We have just done this. What does it remind you? Which complex loci we are talking about here? Yes, you're right. I think most of you are right. It's a circle, because this will be your center of the circle and this will be your radius. And less than equals to mean it will be a shaded region. So let's see the explanation of this part on the diagram, and then we will see the next part. Okay, so this is the circle I'm talking about. Okay, so the point was actually this. So when I change this into standard form, my center of the circle is 4 plus 4 iota and less than equals to 2. So the important thing when you are sketching it, remember 4, 4. So if radius is 2, it will be marked at 2. If it is 2 here, it will be marked at 6. 2 radius up, it will be 6. 2 down, it will be 2. So you need to mark 4 important points and then draw a circle. Because question is saying less than equals to 2, so I'm shading inside region. So this completes part 1. Now let's see part 2. Now the part 2 of the question was saying that you have found a region R here, right? We have just seen that. So now in that region, for the complex number this, find the values of P, Q, alpha and beta. So now we need to understand what are these loci basically. or the meaning of this basically. Argument of z, we understand now that it is talking about angle. So alpha and beta will be my angle. Because there is no number, it means it is origin, 0. So I will seek if from origin to the shaded region, what is the smallest angle and what is the largest angle. The smallest will be my alpha, largest will be my beta. But what is the meaning of this? It means distance from origin, because there is no number. It is not z minus z1, it is z minus nothing, means 0, origin. So from origin, what are the distances minimum and maximum of this locus, right? So let's see one by one both. So first of all, let's write them down into this standard form so that there is no confusion. So now, first of all, I am doing this part 1, okay? This one I am doing. Okay, from origin, I will go to the shaded region, and it is saying here 3 significant figure we have to give answer in, so no problem. Okay, so now, if you see here, this is your origin, and the distance could be this, could be this, could be this, could be this. How we will decide? We all know that diameter is the largest chord, right, in a circle. So if I want to find the maximum distance from origin to the locus z, this is my locus z, so this will be the largest. Not this one, not this one. So this is not mentioned in the question, but you understand this from the concept, from your previous knowledge. So from here till here will be my q, and similarly from here till here will be my p. So now how I will find this value basically, because I know this is 2, it's a radius of a circle. So I need to find out this basically, yes or no. So let's see again, before showing you the solution, I'm asking you or telling you, if I draw a triangle here like this, right? So do you know this length? It's 4. Do you know this length? 4. So it means you can find out this length easily using Pythagoras theorem. Yes or no? I'm showing it here. So you found out this length. It is 5.656. Agree? So it means this length is 5.656. So if you add 2 in it, you will get the maximum length, which is q. And from this length, if you subtract 2, you will get this length, which is p. Therefore, for p I am subtracting -2, and for q I am adding 2. So this will give me the value of p and value of q. If you do not remember the question, let's see this again here. This was the question saying, okay, find out the value of p and q from origin, right? So now we will find out the value of alpha and beta. Argument of z mean I'm talking about angle. Okay, so now from origin, if I see, it makes one angle, and here it makes another angle, the tangent to the two circles. So this will be the smallest angle, and this will be the largest angle, right? So again, to find out this angle, what will I do? In the previous example, we have seen that this angle and this angle is equal because of the property of the circle. External point is making two tangents which are equal in length, and the line joining center of the circle to the point bisect this angle. So we have this concept. So do I know this whole angle? Let's see. If you look at this triangle, right, this triangle, so you know this side, you know this side, which is 4 and 4. So using this, you can find out angle pi by 4. So it means this angle is pi by 4. So how it will help us to find out alpha and beta? Okay, so before showing you the solution, let's have a brainstorming here first. I have just found this angle, which is pi by 4. If I can find out this angle and subtract from pi by 4, I can get this angle, because my target is to find this angle basically. This is my alpha. This is the smallest angle made with locus and real axis. So how can I find this angle? Now again, if you remember the property of circle, the tangent to the circle and radius to the circle make 90 degree. Do you remember that? I'm repeating. Tangent to the circle and radius of the circle at the point of contact makes 90 degree. I know this length is 2. I know this length also. We have just found it, 5.656. So using these two lengths, and it's a right angle triangle here, I can use trigonometric ratio to find this angle. So let's do this. Okay, so I have drawn a separate diagram here. I have removed all the other lines to avoid confusion. So to find out this angle, I know this is 5.656 and this is 2 and it's 90 degree. So I am using sine theta equals to 5.656. Sorry, I forgot to write it here. So that's why I stopped the video for a while. Okay, so this gives me theta, which is again in radian 0.362. Do not get confused, why do I write in degree? There's no need. I should mention basically in radian all the time, but it's just a habit. It's okay, no problem. So after getting this theta, I already know this is pi by 4. We have calculated. So if I subtract from pi by 4 this angle, I will get my alpha. So this is what I have done here. Pi by 4 minus 0.362 and I got this alpha. And now my beta was actually, I have shown you, let me show you again the same picture. So beta was this whole thing. Now we know this angle, it means this is same. I'm repeating, we have just found this angle and it is same. So in pi by 4, I will just add this angle to get beta. So let's see it. So that's why I am adding 0.362 in pi by 4 to get beta. So now I have my alpha value, I have my beta value, and P and Q I have already found it. I hope you understood this video, and if you like it, please press the like button and subscribe the channel. And in next video I will pick up more questions of challenging question. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.